Ooh, oh, Namsta's nuggets. True story, folks.
Manners and respect, my beautiful buddies. I hope May is treating you well so far. Today's episode is set to be the gift that just keeps on giving. Oh yes. With that in mind, let me start by saying that for reasons that often escape me, and for as long as I can remember, I just love love. You know the kind, that I'm the Kate Winslet to your Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic kind of love, but with a twist. A Jamrock twist, to be exact. Yeah, man. And since the clock is tick-tocking away, let me set the scene. On a recent and rare #hallelujah, just how I like it, visit to my WhatsApp, I was greeted by a voice note from an individual of the Jamrock persuasion. Talk about an intriguing blast from the past and all that malarkey. Anywho, while yesteryear had long taught me not to take this dude seriously, given his flex of dipping in and out of my life as if my middle name was egg yolk, not like that, get your mind at the gutter, curiosity still got the better of this kitty cat. Vroom vroom. I think it goes without saying that spinning that particular block was a oh hell to the no. Nonetheless, my inner Jackie Collins couldn't help wondering, now that he'd had the rest, was he circling back for the best? Too late, obviously, however. Were we about to end decades of the will they, won't they cliffhanging plot twist? Let's find out, shall we?
I was just going through my archive and I went to the bottom of the list and lo and behold, I saw your message. I said, let me reply and see if this number still works. And lo and behold,
Weird up and come again, selector. So was this charismatic Mr. Bombastic coming to fix Namsta's business a la Beres Hammond, groovy little thing, styly after all? I don't think so. Okay, so we're not going to spend our precious moments together roasting a bona fide plonker, but I will say this much. Even Stevie Wonder could clock that this fine specimen of foolishness was either bored or firmly in the bad books of the long-suffering wifey he swears he's separated from, despite the eerily recent globe-trotting, bachelor-faking, dream life escapades sprinkled between his carefully orchestrated career meets entrepreneur meets investor man socials. I love that for him, I honestly do. However, those on-call paparazzi shots? They certainly didn't take themselves, my honey bun. Either way, more power to you, rude boy. But yeah, you're not fooling anyone. Let's just say that shiny little band on your left hand, right to us mere mortals, is doing all the talking. Next. Alright, so while that little nostalgic rendezvous down memory lane deflated faster than a cheap air mattress, at least Crafting Up's Designs is out here reminding the masses what healthy love looks like with the Romantic Revival Tote campaign. Grown-up soft life love is still a thing. Putting real love on the map and stamping it into custom denim, adding sparkle and taking it from Brooklyn courts to Paris rooftops. And the theme song, Have You Ever, by my king of reggae, Dennis Brown, reminds us that Romantic Revival isn't just a tote, it's a public service announcement that love can be stylish as much as it is intentional. Due to copyright restrictions, I can't play this iconic song in this podcast, but I'd highly recommend listening to the live version or Marsha Ambrosius's beautiful rendition on YouTube. Speaking of things Jamaican, the delightful and the not so delightful, I have to touch on City Gurl in a Rural World Jamrock Style, my 6-part blog series from 2011. A trip many, at first glance, just assumed was about linking a man, but it was actually about my first deep dive into researching Jamaican men for the forthcoming King Chinn book. The blog series was chaotic, hilarious and unexpectedly insightful. Baby mama drama, a stolen BlackBerry, culture shocks and one very questionable proposition. In a nutshell, the themes were binge-worthy, raw, and to quote both a magazine journalist and a popular DJ, you could not make this stuff up. And in celebration of its 15th anniversary, I'll be releasing an exclusive Crystal Collectable Edition of City Gurl in a Rural World Jamrock Style. More information to follow, but just know, the glow up is glowing, yeah. And while we're on the topic of Jamaican men in all their layered, complicated, sometimes misunderstood glory, it also reminds me of a blog post I wrote back in 2020 called Caribbean Men's Lives Matter. It was my way of challenging the stereotypes and giving Caribbean men the nuance they deserve. If you haven't read or listened to it, I'll pop the link and audio version in the YouTube description. While many influences have shaped the evolution of my King Chinn character over the last 15 years or so, it'd be totally remiss of me not to acknowledge my first ever Jama icon, my dad. This image featured is a cartoonised snap of us in Canada when I was 8, with my little attitude, him with his big Jamrock energy. I'll skip the dissertation length context, and as always, I can only speak for myself, but let's just say having a Jamrock pooper isn't for the faint of heart. The journey is perfectly imperfect, and despite everything, I wouldn't change mine for the world. This shot is of the family land in Jamaica, the soil my old man grew up on before he came to the UK as a teenager, the place that shaped his spirit, his grit, his stubbornness, his humour, and by extension, shaped me. Who is Kingsley Levi Chinn Jr. exactly? Drum roll please. King Chinn isn't just a character, he's a Jama icon. Born from Portmore grit, South London polish and 15 years of lived observation, he stands at the crossroads of culture, charisma and chaos. A young man sculpted by the island, sharpened by the city and impossible to forget. What's this space indeed? If my life were a video game, the optics would be Mario Kart meets Namsta, chaos, colour and pure vibes. Points for dodging a bona fide plonker? Time will tell. And on that note, it's time for me to skedaddle. Cheers so much for listening, you gorgeous mother fudgers. Walk good now. Adios.